Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 25th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what we have coming up for you. A lot of people. So you could be dealing with family at this time, of course, with the holidays. You have the King of Clubs coming up first. I actually feel like this is you entering into the new year very fiery. Again, I know this isn't a new year reading, but at the same time, I think that we're getting pretty close here, obviously. So I think that this is saying that you are entering into the new year kind of ready to take off at this time. This card can represent a little bit of confusion. I think you just need to kind of have some conversations with yourself. You have the Two of Clubs down here as well, which is just a card of needing to decide what you really want. I think that's the problem with this card. King of Clubs has a lot of people around him. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a lot of faces around the King of Clubs. King of Clubs feels very judged by the people around him, and it represents needing to kind of make up your own mind, needing to make up your own decisions on what you want to do, with your life or, with your career or whatever. So I think you might need to do that at this time. Next, you have the Ten of Spades. Kind of like the Death card to me, kind of just represents a transformation, transforming into something new at this time, or going through some sort of transformation. To me, this can be a good card also of like starting new things, just like the Death card, going through some sort of transformation that leads to something new, that leads to, a new business, new money, new relationship, whatever. So I think a lot of you could be going through that at this time. Next, Eight of Diamonds. I think that all water signs need to pay attention to the details this year as well. Again, I think that it's a big detail-oriented year. I think a lot of us are probably going to be actually focused on very big ideas, at this time. So I think that the only places we'll make mistakes is on the small details, on the fine print, with the little things. So make sure to pay attention to the little things at this time. This card is a card of like deliberate work, is what I would call it. It's a card of like really being very thoughtful while you're working through things, while you're starting things, like if you're starting new businesses, being very thoughtful, thinking about the future and thinking about all the things that need to be done. If you do that, this card has amazing rewards. This card is a card of profits, more money coming in the future, all sorts of things. So definitely a card to pay attention to. Next, you have the Queen of Diamonds. I think you have a choice to make this year as well. A choice between, again, paying attention and not paying attention. So I would definitely pay attention to things that are going on this year, just in general, and pay attention to the little things that go on around you, and I think that will make you much more successful. This is a card of harvest. It's a card of receiving some sort of gains, receiving harvest based off of something that you've been working on. So I definitely like to see this card for you as well. Next, you have the Two of Clubs. Again, this is a card of talking to yourself. I think you need to convince yourself. Maybe some of you could be convincing yourself to do something at this time. There's a lot of noise. There's gonna be, I think that's a problem maybe this year. Is I think that I think that there's a temptation to, listen to the crowd, so to speak. And especially if you're doing, anything, I think there's a temptation to want to kind of go with that, everybody else. But it's really important year to be independent. I did a post on this. Again, I'm going to try to post the post below this video so everybody can read it. But I think it's more important to try to be independent this year and to try to do your own things, especially with this card here. This card is also a card of like opening up communication. So I do think that some of you need to open up to people around you and try to, to try to get what you want, basically. And finally, you show up as the Queen of Hearts. So again, a lot of you could be thinking about starting new ideas, starting new things. This is the card of the Mother. It's a card of birth. So a lot of you could be becoming a mother, or you could just be birthing something new into existence, like a business or a new relationship or something along those lines. I do feel like there is love potential here for you, probably in the future, probably not this week. If you're single, there's a lot of people here, and there are some good love cards, but again, I do feel like it's in the future. Really good money cards too. Eight of Diamonds and Queen of Diamonds, very good for money and making money this week, or spotting opportunities. I would say the Eight of Diamonds is like a card of, like I said, paying attention. It's a card that says, one day you could be thinking that you want to start some sort of business. You're not really sure what you want to do. And then maybe you see some sort of opportunity where there needs to be a business created or something like that. So again, it's a time to pay attention to what's going on around you. But there could be a lot of opportunities for money as well. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.